Crazy times in memory care. This is Tim the Piano Man. I play piano at retirement communities and memory care units. So memory care facility, or Alzheimer's and dementia care facility, is different from an independent living facility. Now, if you don't know that much about the difference between different stages of retirement, and not everybody gets here, but you have independent living first, which is what I call the cruise ship phase, just retired, having fun, Margaritaville kind of thing. And then eventually, oftentimes, seniors will need extra care, whether it's 20, 30 years down the road. They'll need some kind of additional care. Assisted living is what it's called. There's also skilled nursing, which is more extra care for more serious conditions. And then there's a very specific type of care called memory care. So people with Alzheimer's and dementia. And I played at a memory care unit today. This was within a larger facility that's mostly independent, but they have their memory care unit. And I play there every month. I played there today, and it was crazy. An interesting thing about folks in memory care is that it can get a little wacky. And as a musician, to me, I don't mind that at all. Not that all musicians are like this, but my early career, I played in jam bands and I did rock and roll, and it was kind of wacky. We played psychedelic music too, which is wacky. Like bonkers, wacky, interesting, down the rabbit hole, psychedelic, 70s, groovy, and the off-the-wall, offbeat, oddball things that people in memory care say can sort of delight that aspect. And sometimes it's really fun. And the way that you deal with it, you buy into it. You don't. So they're in their own little world. They're in their own little loop, maybe, their tunnel. And you don't destroy that loop, that world, that tunnel, because it's confusing and frustrating, and also it's hard to do. So you can't really do that. There was one lady who was convinced, she was sitting up front, she was convinced that somehow I was there only for her. She was convinced that I was there to play for her, and she thought somehow that she was supposed to pay for it. And so she kept saying, like, I have no obligation here, sir. And then eventually I started playing, then she goes, stop. And she started saying stop very loudly while I was playing it, and I did have to stop because it was so distracting to the entire show and to the rest of the residents. Well, oh my goodness, it was wacky. She had to be escorted out by two of the folks that work there, and they were very professional, and they even apologized, which is not necessary, I told them, because they were just doing such a good job. And I understand, sometimes it happens in memory care, but it was a wacky day. But that's what you got to do. You got to buy into their world. You can't destroy it. You can't even try. Don't even try. You have to buy in. I kept saying things like, oh, well, there's no obligation at all, and like, this is on the house, and like, it's been taken care of, but I was not able to do that. And that's all right. Like, I tried, I did my best, and that was good enough.